If you're watching this, you probably teach in a computer classroom where you have certifications and you have cables and you have lots of things that go down when they shouldn't, and I understand that. Hi, my name is Jennifer Stubblefield and I'm the trainer on staff here at Certiport, and I also taught for 22 years in a computer classroom with certifications in Kentucky. When I retired after 27 years, I was fortunate enough to come on staff here with Certiport, and my job is to work with teachers and help you in the classroom. Today I want to share with you just a few best practices to help you in your classroom as you achieve those great certifications that we all are passionate about. Tip number 1, get them up and get them moving. Folks, they're kids. Do you like coming in and sitting down somewhere for 45 to even 90 minutes and never getting out of that chair? No, and yet we have to do that through every PD we go to, right? You're doing that right now as you're watching this video. Folks, the number 1 tip we need to remember is these are kids. We need to get them up and get them moving. Now, I tell that to teachers, they're like, you're crazy. You get kids up in gross motor movement around your classroom with laptops and screens and things that can break? Yes, I did. And you know what? I just trusted them and they respected the classroom as well. You just have to give a little bit of leash and a little bit of discipline. Folks, I'm telling you, get them up and get them moving. I did relay races in my classroom. For example, I would put a stack of, let's say, graphics on a stool in the middle of the room. And I would say, all right, 1, 2, 3, go. And the students had to come grab one, go back to their desk, make that graphic. Once they got that done, come back to the stool, grab another one. Now, I could have just handed them out to them, right? No, get them up, get them moving, get them around the room. Get your students into movement. They're going to have more fun. And when students are having fun, they're going to learn more. Tip number 1, get them up and get them moving. Tip number 2, chunk it up. Never, ever expect your students to get everything you're going to teach them in 50 to 90 minutes all at once. What I learned to do quickly with my certification domains is to put it into small chunks. For example, if you're teaching Excel formulas, you can't expect kids to learn those formulas that are this long with 6 parentheses on each side in one setting. So what I would do is I would make them a bell ringer. For example, come on in, get seated, here's your bell ringer to get started. Or I would email them a file that would be waiting for them when they got to their station. Then they would work on that, whether they had prior knowledge or not, to try to figure it out. Then I would bring them all together to the presentation board and we would go over it as a class. Then as a class, we would go back to our desks and they would have independent work figuring out how they could, apply what they had just learned. That chunked up the data in 2 or 3 different learning styles instead of, here's the information, I'm gonna throw it at you in 90 minutes and now you figure it out. No. Chunk it up, break it up into small pieces, and on certification day, the results will be there. And tip number 3, the one I'm most passionate about, mix up your teaching. I work for a software company. We sell pretty good software. I think they're excellent, actually. But if you are listening to me, I want your eyes on me. If no one has told you lately, you're the most important resource in that classroom. You're the subject matter expert. Did you know you're the one that students really want to hear from? You're the one who knows that his parents are going through a divorce, or you're the one who knows that student, maybe their mother has cancer. You're the one who knows that their date just dumped them and they have nobody for prom, right? Folks, the students know you, they like you. You are the most important resource in that classroom, and therefore, you are the subject matter expert they should hear from most. Now, did I use software in my classroom to teach? You bet I did, and it was wonderful, and it was a great tool in my toolbox. But the most important person in that classroom that should be doing all of the important instruction that the students really, really need to hear from first is you. Mix it up. Use some software, use some textbooks, use some videos, but you are the most important thing, and that is what's going to make those certifications really soar. So to review, number 1, make sure you get them up, get them moving. Gross motor movement in a computer classroom is possible and it's fun and the kids will love it. Number 2, make sure you chunk up the data. Use bell ringers, use small bits of teaching that will add up to large impact. And number 3, Mix it up. Don't rely on just one tool to do all your teaching. Use some software to teach. You teach. Use some handouts. Use a textbook. Whatever it is, mix it up. Keep all of the tools in your toolbox going, and the results will be there. As I said earlier, my job at Certiport is to help teachers teach. My email's here at the bottom. I want you to feel free to contact me anytime. I wish you the best as you pursue excellence in your certification classroom.